Okay, this is an interesting story. I got a call from Jay Ashby, who worked at a place called Manchester Craftsman Guild. They were in Pittsburgh, and I was in Philadelphia, and he was asking all these questions about the RSP console, and I answered all the questions about it, and then him and a bunch of guys, they got in a van and they drove from Pittsburgh to Philly to see the console that I had in our showroom. There it was my office, and they liked it and everything, and I put a deal together for them, and so they bought that console. They bought like three D88s. They bought three 88,000s, so they were going to be the front end for the D88s, and they bought a bunch of gear. And I went out to Manchester Craftsman Guild just to see the place of what they were doing, and what they had, which is really interesting. They had a theater, live stage, and I think it sat like 1,000 people or so. And they would have all these concerts there, and they were recording all that information through the Apogees to the D88s and mixing it through the Project X console, and it was pretty fascinating. So the control room was on a second floor. It had no window. You had a television screen, so you could see what was going on stage. But they had like some legendary jazz bands and all that. So it was a very, very cool situation. So I'm going to post pictures so you can see the showroom and the console and everything, how it was installed. And there's a picture of me with Jay Ashby, and then there's a picture of me holding my son, who was just like 6 months old, Joseph. So that's kind of a cool install that we did, and that led to selling the other console to Teddy Riley, and we had those for a while. I just don't remember how I got involved with that line, but it was a pretty cool idea because it was modular, and this was before Euphonics, I believe. So you could figure out how many faders you wanted and how many mic pre's you wanted, and all that kind of stuff. So a very, very cool install.